Hi, this is Akanksha. I'm a team leader with ACC Global India. ACC Global has expertise to provide professional education advice to the students. We have our footprints in more than 23 cities across 9 countries. We have more experienced and certified counselor with us to assist you with your overseas education dream. We have more than 300 educational partners, and today we have one of our partner, Deakin University from Melbourne, Australia. We have Karen from Deakin University. Let's know more about the university from Karen herself. Karen, please.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you for having me. I'm Karen Gould. I'm the Head of International Recruitment at Deakin University. Deakin is one of Australia's largest universities, ranked in the top 1% of universities worldwide, and has been ranked #1 public university in Australia for student experience and satisfaction. We have 5 campuses, one in Melbourne, which is the capital of Victoria, 2 in Geelong, which are the second largest city in Victoria, one in Warrnambool, which is in regional Victoria, and our second largest campus is our online cloud campus. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Karen. Karen, so as you know, most of the students, they have done with their classes, their studies, and they got their result as well. And now they're looking to apply to the universities. So if you could tell us what is the next possible intake with Deakin universities and what are the courses which student can apply?
Absolutely. So our next intake is called our trimester 3 intake, and that commences in November. And so there's a lot of advantages in starting in November. First of all, you get ahead of time. Why delay your studies when you can start your studies now? It means that you can pay 2020 tuition fees for trimester 3, so you can save some money by starting now. And there's also some 25% tuition fee scholarships available for commencement in trimester 3, so that will save you money as well. There's also the added bonus that if you start in trimester 3, you may have the opportunity to be in part of the priority group that will come to Australia when the borders open. So that's something else to keep in mind, that we'll be giving priority to those students who are already enrolled. There's a wide range of courses available. We've got about 50 courses that are starting in trimester 3 in both bachelor's and postgraduate programs.
Great, great. So there are multiple options students have which they can apply for November intake. That's good. So Karen, due to this COVID-19, parents and students, they are a little worried about the security. That's a major concern. So what you can tell us about, Melbourne as a city for international students? So what kind of, arrangement city has done for international students when they apply to come back?
It's a very challenging time for everyone, obviously. In Australia, we've paused our on-campus teaching. So that includes the classes, the lectures, the seminars, and the practical classes. But fortunately, Deakin is a leader in online studies, so our students have been able to continue with their studies online. Once we receive approval from the Australian and Victorian governments, we'll be able to open up our campuses for online study, but we don't have a date for that at the moment. But we do have a COVID-19 plan all ready to go to ensure that students are safe when they're studying on campus. So that will mean having a lot of hygiene stations around the campus where people can get access to sanitisers, water, maintain that cleanliness. We also will have reduced class sizes. So it's important that we ensure that students are able to have appropriate distancing to reduce the spread of COVID. For those students who are already on campus or in Australia, they've been able to access our hardship fund. So Deakin has provided $25 million in additional targeted support for our students who are being impacted by COVID-19 because they've lost their casual jobs or their parents back home have lost their jobs. So we are also looking after our students already here with financial support, but also wellbeing support.
Okay, great. So Karen, because due to COVID-19 and, we know the whole globe actually moved to online classes because there is no face-to-face classes happening in, all over the world. So what kind of arrangement Deakin University has done for the online classes?
we claim at Deakin that digital is in our DNA, and that's because we have 40 years of experience in delivering courses both by distance and online. And we've actually had more than 78,000 students complete their degrees online. So this is nothing new to us. We're very experienced and we have a very unique understanding of what students actually need to do to be able to study by distance, whether that's online or elsewhere. And our expertise has been recognised by the first ever international MOOC rankings, which are based on online courses. So Deakin's ranked number 8 in the world and number 1 in Australia for online delivery. So I think any student who's thinking about coming to Deakin can be reassured that they're going to have access to the most advanced technology in delivering courses online. So students studying online have access to real-time lectures, seminars, they can chat with staff, they can go into study groups with students, they submit all their assignments online. And the best bit is that students have the flexibility to decide when and where that they would like to study. So they can put it around their normal day-to-day things and study when best suits them. I think one of the most common questions I'm asked about is whether online courses are the same as the on-campus equivalent. And the answer is absolutely yes. The classes, exams, course material, the placements are all the same, regardless of whether you're studying online or on campus. And that applies to the degree testament you get at the end. You know, there's nothing to differentiate whether your study's been online or on campus. It's all exactly the same.
Great. So this is good to know that, online learning is not new for Deakin University. They are doing since long. But still there are several students, they enroll online, but there are still many students, they're still unsure if they're able to cope up with the studies or, what kind of benefits they will, what are the benefit to study online. So if you can put some light on that.
So there's many benefits of studying online. First of all, it's sort of financial, particularly if you're starting in trimester 3, you're going to be paying the 2020 tuition fee this trimester. So you've got a bit of a savings there. You've also got a saving by living at home for the trimester. So you can make a bit of a saving there. And as I said earlier, you also have the benefit of being on our priority list. So when the borders do open to Australia, and we don't know when that will happen, Deakin is most likely going to give advantage or give priority to those students who've already commenced their studies at Deakin. So that means if you've commenced, can it just be one subject? It means that you will be in our priority list for looking at bringing them back onto campus. So that's a good thing to know as well. The other advantages are that you learn a lot of soft skills that employers are looking for in future employees. So that could be adaptability. You're being able to show that you're able to adapt to new technology, which you will be using when you study online. Teamwork. You're going to have to learn to work in groups in a different way that you normally would. It's not face-to-face, so you've got to learn different communication skills to work on projects. And more importantly, time management skills. For a lot of you, you may be coming straight from school where everything is very structured. With studying online, you've got to manage your time very effectively to get the output that you're looking for. So that's going to be very attractive to a future employer, to show that you are able to manage your time effectively and successfully pass your classes. So there's some really good advantages of studying online.
Okay, that's great. So Karen, most of the students, they actually wanted to know that, what kind of support Deakin University is providing to students who currently enroll with the university or students who's planning to enroll with the university in the upcoming intake. So if you could tell us what kind of support Deakin University is providing to those students.
Absolutely. So the student support services that our students access are the same, whether you're online or on campus. So students, when they're studying online, they will still participate in an orientation program, which will go for 5 weeks. So that makes sure our students are well aware of all the different services that we have, and we introduce them how to use the library, how to use the portal, all those sort of areas, and you get to meet other students although it's in an online environment. We've got very easy to use online tools, and so you'll learn how to access the recordings, how to participate in live streaming. So we'll prepare all our students for that. There's 24/7 library access and dedicated IT support that's available after normal hours. So again, if you're working, what might be 5 o'clock in India, but it might be 8 o'clock at night here, you can still access the library. The other great thing that we offer is 24/7 online tutoring and writing feedback. So if you've got an assignment that you want to check over before you submit, you can lodge that to one of our online tutors and they can check to make sure and give you some feedback on that. So there's all those services. But each of our students will have access to what we call Deakin Sync, which is our personal online learning portal. And through that, that's where our students will access their learning materials, their reading lists, their assignments, study guides. That's where they'll participate in their live chats and seminars, and where they can get support with career guidance, IT and library support. So it's all in one portal called Deakin Sync. It doesn't matter where you are in the world, you'll still be able to access all the same facilities.
Great. So undoubtedly, Karen, Deakin University is highly ranked university and always in preferred list to the students who are willing to apply to Australia. But not every student meet the academic requirement or maybe English requirement. If they score less in academic or score a bit less in English language test. So is there any pathways which university is providing so that student can pursue their dream to study with Deakin University?
Good question. Yes, we do have pathways. So for those students who have an English language score that is slightly below what is required to enter into our bachelor's or master's degree programs, they can do English through our Julie program, which is Deakin University English Language Institute. And all of those courses are also now delivered online. So whilst you're back home, you can do your English language program online, meet the English, and then hopefully when the borders open next year, you'll be ready to start your degree directly. And that's a very interactive program. So you do a lot of online chats with people in your class, with the lecturers, just like you would in a classroom here in Melbourne or Geelong. The other pathway we have is Deakin College. So that's for students who don't meet the requirements for direct entry into a bachelor's degree. So we have the Deakin College Foundation program, which is a one-year program and it goes into the first year of a bachelor's degree. Or we have a diploma program, which will take you into the second year of a bachelor's degree. Again, they're all offered online, so you don't need to postpone your studies. You can get started right now. The wonderful thing about Julie, Deakin College and Deakin University, after our trimester one intake, we surveyed all the students and the majority had a very good experience with online and the results were really good as well. So it shows that we have all the support services there to support our students through each stage of their journey.
Great. So what about the scholarship? Because that's something every student want to know, and especially as next upcoming intake is Q3 in November. So what kind of scholarship Deakin University offering to a student, especially in Q3?
I think scholarships are the most commonly asked question I always receive.
Yes,
everyone's interested in scholarships. So for trimester 3, we do have a number of scholarships available that vary from 20% and 25%. They're academically based. So you do need to achieve generally at least a 65% average to be considered. For the Deakin International Scholarships, there is an application form available and the wonderful counsellors at AECC will be able to assist students in how to apply for a scholarship. But if you're interested in one for trimester 3, you should be applying and submitting your application now to be considered for a scholarship.
Great. So as we're talking about the scholarship, so I would like to mention that we have a student with us, Damini Jaising. Damini is currently enrolled with Deakin University in BA Psychology, and she got 100% scholarship from Deakin University last year. So I would definitely want to, talk to Damini. And Damini, please share your experience. What scholarship you applied and what course you're doing and what is experience with Deakin University.
Thank you for having me here. And I came here last year, and I was very happy when I got the 100% meritorious Vice Chancellor scholarship. And I was planning on doing psychology for a very long time, as I was also studying it in high school. So I was really passionate about going either studying in India or going abroad. And the scholarship, I got it around. I got to know about the scholarship just a few months before my high school results, and I was in fact guided by AECC and informed about the scholarship because I was unaware of it at that time. And I went through the procedure. I was met by the basic baseline of getting 85% in my high school 12th standard, and it followed with just a lot of rounds of interviews, many interviews, which was really competitive, and really good people were part of that top 14 people, top 11 people, then top 7, and then top 4 who got the scholarship. So it was wonderful to be a part of that, to see how, and there were so many courses that people wanted to do. And in fact, Deakin has so many courses, so there was like a vast, diverse group of people who really wanted to do different kind of courses. Like within psychology, Bachelor of Psychology, then Bachelor of Arts in Psychology, and the different kind of electives that it's possible for us to take. And I think last year, June, I got the scholarship, and I was here by the end of June. And my orientation week, which was for a whole week, went very well. I was fortunate enough to be on campus at that time, and I got to do all the activities. Like Karen said, we got to learn about the library, which was in fact, it's one of the biggest resources that I can actually talk about Deakin, and it's really essential for us, from studying to just hanging out with people over there. So it was really nice. And I got to know about a lot of people. I met a few friends, but after that I went back home, and I came back in trimester 1 this year, and we had around one to 2 weeks on campus, and suddenly everything went online. And initially, like naturally, and like any other student, I was a bit doubtful about studying online. But since Deakin has a lot of help that is available for all of us, from be it any kind of trouble you're going through, the tutors are always there to help you. Like Karen said, 24 hours help is there for assignments. And apart from academic, even if you're feeling distressed in any way, from anywhere from mental to physical health or anything, you have Deakin counselors as well available for us. This is really nice help. I really believe in that, because international students feel homesick very quickly. So it's really nice to have someone to talk to. And in fact, there's no difference as such from online to offline. Offline, on campus to online, because the classes are the same. It takes place at the same time. You choose the timing. Everything is exactly the same as on campus. And in fact, we receive even quicker help online, because everyone's at home in their own comfort zone. And it's like recently I had a situation where I needed an IT help, and I filled up a form for IT help, and I received a call within 30 seconds. And that person was literally so helpful and so generous, and it was really nice to get that help. So in terms of help, in terms of any kind of, from financial, mental, physical, academic, all sorts of help, Deakin is really like it's met all my expectations, and it's been wonderful. Online, it's not been much of a problem for me, but it has been, like, for some international students with language barriers or anything. And again, like Karen said, there are English programs even after you join the university. So even when you're in the university, you can opt for the English program, even for rechecking your assignments. And even if you're doubtful at any moment, even if it's a slight doubt about it, you can just ask for help anytime. It's just a minute away, and it's really nice.
Thank you so much, Damini. Thank you so much, Damini, for your time, and it was really pleasure to having you and sharing experience. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you for having me.
Before closing the session, I would like to invite all the viewers. We have a global education fair, so you can meet the Deakin University, and you can discuss more insight about the courses, and you can talk about the scholarship, admission criteria, how to apply. So please attend the session. That's on 10th of October. And definitely you can meet Deakin University, and you can meet many more universities as well. Thank you so much.